Hi guys, this is Mia from MiMo Design Laser Files, and I'm back with a new countdown file that consists of either a dog version with the dog silhouette and a bone, or cat version which exists from the cat and the fish bone, or a bundle of all 4 designs. This time I decided to use different materials, and I'll show you how to finish and paint and everything so you can make these. So the files, when you get them, depending which version you got, will consist of a bagger with a hanger or just a simple round bagger for magnets. It will also contain a scored wheel or an engraved wheel. Depending if you're taking the cat or the dog version, the paw prints will be different. Also, it will contain a 25:1 edition and a 24:1 edition, depending if you're European or American or English. The fronts for the dog version, it will contain the dog silhouette and the bone, and these are all 2-layered. So the only thing you really need to do is to cut the bagger and these parts for the Santa hats, and the same goes for the cat version. So I'll just squeeze over the cat version and I'll show you what you'll then do. So I was a little smart because I actually cut my front and back from this hardboard that I have. I color filled my engravings with gold. This front and back is just 4mm plywood, and all my wheels are 4mm plywood. My hardboard I also have in white, which is awesome because I could then take everything that was supposed to be white, like the fishbone, the layering and this part, and cut it all from my white hardboard. So the only thing I have to paint is actually the red Santa hat. The silhouettes I also cut from hardboard. This is a different pattern. I'll drop a link for everything that I use or something similar to what I use, because you might not get this type of hardboard everywhere, and some of my materials are bought in Sicily. But I'll drop Amazon links down below for something similar or the same that I use. For the hats, I'll just use a paint pen. For these hats, I used a regular. Let's just see, I can't find it. But I use these regular acrylic paint pens that I have in dual colors. So I thought that I would use a metallic marker for these hats, just to make them a little bit different. And I already made some scored indications to where you want to paint. So it's just a matter of following these. And the ones that are connected to the heads, you want to be careful about. The ones that are with the, what do you call this part? The layering for the Santa hat, you don't have to be careful about those, because you will layer this stuff afterwards. So I'll use my fine tip for the ends here, and then I'll just paint. Since I'm using a metallic marker, I do know that you'll be able to see the strokes. So I'll just go in and kind of make some longer strokes, maybe even do like this, so it might looks like it's folded now. And you then just glue the layering on top. So for this one, it's just the white hardboard. For the other ones, I added glitter. And I'll just use some super glue. And you then layer it on the head. And you have the scored indications to where it will go. And also you can feel it on the edge here. I did make a little mess. That's all right. And I'll add a drop in here and attach this round. And for all 4 designs, these 2 parts are the same size, so you can cut them and use them for all 4 designs. So now that I have my dog, I'll just start by assembling this one. I'll make sure that I'm grabbing the dog paw. So the difference between the dog and the cat, I only have the dog paws here, is the paw. So you can see that the cat paw has this little kind of heart shape, and the dog version has a dog paw. So you take your bagger. Before you layer these, I will recommend, I'm not just recommending, I actually think you should sand the wheel very good on both sides, so it will be smooth as a baby butt. And also the back side that will hold the wheel between, you have to sand also. I know that some people use wax or oil or something like that to make it just a little bit smoother. I just sand it. And what I'll then do, this inner part you don't want to sand. You want this to be just a tiny bit thicker than the wheel itself. So I'll place this, and I actually, then I'll take a stapler, and as said, I'll drop the links for everything I use below. And I just make sure that the wheel is aligned to the back. And I ran out, it's okay. I'll just use these 2. And I'll then staple it. The reason that I use a stapler is because the staples will actually help me lift the material just a tiny bit to be able to spin the wheel easier. If you don't want to use staples, you could also use 3M pads. I know that some people do that because this has a little thickness as well. So this would also help you not only to keep the parts together, but also help you to lift this inner part a little bit. But once you have this, you just add glue. I use wood glue, especially on top of my staples, because if you don't use a glue that will dry hard, if that makes sense, you might have troubles with holding it together. So to make it a little faster to dry, I'll also add a few drops of my super glue. Be very careful that you don't get glue stuck on the wheel, because then you can't move it. So once you have these, you align the hole to the hanger if you're gluing the hanging ornament together. Otherwise, if you're just using the round bagger for magnets, you just align it with the edge. Once that's done, you just grab some clamps and you hold it down. and wait for it to dry. So I could show you the magnet part as well. So I'll take this cat version that was from MDF, or not MDF, sorry, hardboard. So again, you take the wheel and align it to the edge. You then take your stapler and you place those staples. I actually have to fill this up, all filled. So you take your stapler and you staple it to the back. Like this. And you can see how some of them didn't go all the way down. That's okay, because I wanted to lift my material just a little bit. The great thing about using this hardboard or MDF is that besides it's really easy to clean and color fill, it's also smooth on the backside, so I actually don't have to sand this. But again, I'll just add glue, wood glue on top of the staples, like that, and add a few drops of super glue. Like this, and as said, you don't have any hanger to concern about aligning it to, so you'll just align these sides. So again, I'll just grab a few clamps and I'll just use some different ones, because you can use any type of clamps. I even have these. These are really handy for ornaments like these. Like that. So I'll leave this to dry over here. And I'll bring the dog back, because this is probably dry by now. It is. So once you have a string attached, you can't go backwards, you can only go this way. So this will count down from 24 or 25 to 1, and then it's Christmas. The layering, I already attached the hat, so I'll just grab some super glue or wood glue, any glue for that matter. And I'll place my dog. So for this one, I did make a little overlapping part, and also you have the scored indications to align it to. So once you have it aligned, you just hold it down like this. And you can now add a string to it. And this one is ready to go. If you want, you could engrave a name, or you could layer a name. You could on any of the designs. The fishbone is a little hard to personalize, but you can personalize, you can paint, you can do these in a million ways. So it's really just up to you to find out what you like better. So I'll remove the clamps from this one. This one isn't dry yet, I can feel. Just add a clamp again. But although it's not dry, I could show you, because I used this thin material, so it did kind of pierce through on the back. That's not a problem, because I will be adding these 3M pads and a magnet on the back. So this will hide these marks. So that's really it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like, and also I would love if you subscribe to my channel. If you're interested in these files, or you have any questions or something you want me to teach or show you, please make a comment below, and I hope to see you soon. All the files are available in my Etsy shop, MiMo Design laserfiles.etsy.com, and our own platform for original designers called allstarsdesign.com.